Hello everyone, I'm Nitin Ranjan and I shall be guiding you through Project Sahyog, which is our official entry for HackJaipur 2020. Our theme is Tech and Health, which is the necessary integration of technology and institutions associated with the medical industry in the face of the COVID-19 pandemic. What inspired us to do this project? First of all, the increasing number of COVID-19 cases and hence the increasing demand of medical equipments throughout the country. India registered a little more than like the total number of cases India registered was a little more than 4 lakh by the 20th of June 2020. Hence, the medical community has been adamant on its demand for the increase in medical equipment. However, this supply and distribution is not equal when it comes to regional lines. This distribution is highly unequal. The COVID-19 pandemic has also resulted in large scale unemployment, and hence there is a pressing need to empower local populations during this lockdown. Let's have a look at some statistics before we actually begin with the solution proposal. An analysis that we collected from various sources. As per Government of India estimate, 25% of our working population was unemployed in the month of May 2020, and this unemployment fell to 7% by June 2020. However, this fall is not stable as a large part of this group that got employment was from rural sector where government used programs like NREGA and MREGA which guarantee only 180 days of employment. Now, looking at the COVID-19 statistics in India, as of 20th June 2020, about 13,000 people had already died. However, a positive note to these numbers, as per HCA.com, India is now the second largest producer of PPE kits in the world, with an estimated industry revenue of 7,800 crore rupees. Let's have a look at India through this COVID-19 pandemic. From March to May, India has struggled with the availability of necessary goods, equipment, kits, and medical services. By June 2020, India was in a good position with a large production of PPE kits. However, as per claims made by many media services and government agencies as well, we still lack in services like oxygenators, ventilators, medicines, and good food and basic medical services. Ironically enough, we had thought of becoming a superpower, economic, strategic, and maybe a knowledge hub by 2020. However, coronavirus pandemic has resulted in large-scale unemployment and a great economic shutdown. So what is a possible solution to the problem statements that we mentioned? And so we propose Project Sahyog, which is basically an online interaction platform between hospitals and vendors, which employs a direct on-query payment model. I'll explain it further. How does an online platform that guarantees a direct on delivery payment model helps? First of all, hospitals will place their order on time and hence will get a quick supply of equipment. This will bridge the inequality of distribution of goods and services that we spoke about. And this will, for the vendors, this will create a pull supply chain mechanism and thus help them manage their resources better. We also aim at generating employment, just like services like Amazon and Flipkart did in their initial days and are still doing. This will also create new open markets for the production of medical equipment and bring in new players into the same. To summarize, the traditional marketing model or the traditional supply chain mechanism is based on solving problems with human efforts, whereas we aim to integrate technology in order to reduce this very human effort. Let's have a look at how the model works. It's basically a six-step model. The hospitals shall maintain a real-time data of patients and equipment on the site. And whenever they feel there is a lag of equipment, they will place an order immediately. These orders are included in a list that is hosted live on the site. The vendors can check on these lists and depending on their production capacity will select the necessary or the possible order. However, from our side, the hospitals that placed order earlier will have a higher priority on the list. Now, the vendors must take the guarantee that they'll deliver the services in a specified time frame. If they're unable to do that, they will be penalized as per policy. The real-time data that the hospital shall hold the number of COVID-19 patients, and the availability of equipment will be visible to the public. This aims at increasing the availability of public information because in India, the COVID-19 patient toll is generally calculated every 24 hours by the government of India, depending on the reports that they get. However, this model will help in a real time evaluation of the situation. Who are the stakeholders in this business plan? Our target group involves hospitals and vendors who must be the participatory parties in the platform. A simple case study to show how large this model actually can be. TB production that we have been speaking every now and then for India is the second largest in the world. This is an estimated 11,000 crore industry as per the government of India estimates, and hence this scope, the scope that this industry alone provides for our project is quite large. We need support from hospitals and vendors of medical equipments who shall be the participatory parties and must oblige to our policies. And maybe we also need some aid from the government in the form of necessary policy changes and necessary policies that help us further into expansion of this model. To summarize the services that we are going to provide, it's logistics, networking, and lean management. Logistics shall provide real-time equipment and patient analysis. Networking is to create virtual networks of hospitals and vendors. And lean management is basically by creating a pull chain supply mechanism and thus helping industries to allocate their resources better. How do we generate revenue? So, three possible models we thought of. The first being income through ads, which will be targeted ads and of course will not have any interruption in the workflow of the website. Second being small commission charges from the hospital or vendor. A possible alternative can be charging a small fee to the hospital or vendor at every month or on an annual basis. And finally, incentives from government, if any. So our solution is based on three principles. Lean management, as Eric Rice proposed and as I'm speaking again and again, it involves creating a pull supply chain mechanism, and hence this is to increase the incentivization of medical sector to roll in more players and to expand the scope of the same. This will help hospitals in cyclic replacement of equipment. This will eliminate the possibility of a lack of equipment or materials at any point in time, and thus the hospitals will function smoothly. Both of these shall be achieved using technology by integrating real-time data and production into a profitable venture. This shall also aid in the increase of awareness amongst the community. One important challenge that we realized we'll be facing is that traditional markets are going to challenge the establishment of an e-commerce industry based on their principles. And the only possible solution that we could come up with is rapid and large scale information broadcast to the concerned parties. This can be done through creation of a small marketing group or maybe creation of a small participatory or a small voluntary model in the beginning where voluntary hospitals and voluntary vendors participate and other hospitals looking at the success of the model follow suit. What can be a possible extension to the proposal? So, though we came up with many extensions, these two were the most important one. Social media integration, because social media has revolutionized the way in which microblogging works, and there is an important need to integrate social media in any business venture so that it can reach a wider audience. Support group creation for patients, because patients are always in the necessity of psychological help and in many cases economic help as well when it comes to the COVID-19 pandemic. So an important point to note is that support group creation is something we believe will be a very important extension that we aim to create upon. That was Team Annas from VIT. I'm Nitin Ranjan and my other teammates are Salman, Gunjan and Shivansh. Thank you for watching, and so now I shall pass on to Gunjan Agrawal so that he can let you through a demonstration of the final project. Thank you so much.
So hi everyone, here I am going to give a quick demonstration of the project which we have created. First of all, I will give you a demonstration as an anonymous user. Anonymous user in the sense random user which will who will visit the website anytime he wants to, no need to sign up, no need to log in. So for anonymous user, the functionality added is that he can see all the list of hospitals that are added onto the website. So if I click over here and see hospitals, presently I'm not logged in anywhere. So you can see that the list of all the hospitals are visible over here, and if I click any of these hospitals, suppose I'm clicking this hospital, then for this hospital I can see their requirements, their PP requirements, what do they need. So suppose they need glasses in a quantity of 10 and they need these laser safety glasses in a quantity of 11. So all those requirements I can see as a anonymous user. So now I will show you how to sign up as a hospital and how to post the requirements of the hospital as a user. So now I will click on sign up, and this will land me on the sign up form, and I'll put the name of my hospital. So suppose my name of my hospital is um, Hope Hospital. Email ID is hope at gmail.com. Password I am keeping it as hope only for now. Confirm password is also hope. My user type is hospital and not vendor. Address I can give anything, let's say Delhi, and contact number also for the timing I can give it as anything. Now I'll register now. So now I am successfully registered as hospital. Now I will log in into the same account. I'll click over here. Sorry for this. I'll click over here. I'll enter the name of my hospital, which is hospital, and I'll enter the password which I used during registration. Now I will click on login. Now I am logged in as a hospital user. Now what I will do is I will go to this hospital's page. Uh, Here you can see that I am registered as, here you can see the name of my hospital appearing over here. If I click on this view info, it will land me to my profile. Okay, so this is the profile of my hospital. So now here I can post my requirement. So suppose my requirement is, let's say, face mask N9, oops, N95, and quantity, let's say I want it as 10. I will click on add. So you can see that my quantity is added over here. Let's say I want boot cover, sorry, it's shoe cover, and let's say I want a quantity as 23. I'll add it over here. So now you can see that my quantity is added. After this I can now I have successfully posted my quantity, and I can log out after this, after posting the quantity. So if I go over here, and if I click on logout, now I am logged out of my account. So you can see that login option has again come over here. So that shows that I have successfully logged out of my account. So now I will show you the demonstration of a vendor user. So a vendor who will log in and who will supply the PPE kits to the hospital. So what I will do is I will sign up as a vendor over here. So this will bring me up to the sign up page, and let's say I'm putting my name over here as let's say anything Doraemon Enterprises, and let's say my email ID is doraemon at gmail.com. My password is Dora, and my password is Dora. Now I will select my user type as vendor over here because I am registering as a vendor. And let's say my address is suppose Bengaluru, and contact number I can give it as anything, and I accept the terms of use, and I will register over here. So now I am successfully registered as a vendor user. Now sorry for this. Let's log in into our vendor account. So my name of my enterprises was Doraemon Enterprises, and my password was Dora. Let's log in into this. Okay. So now I am successfully logged into the application. Now what I will do is I will go to this hospitals page. Yeah. So now here you can see that suppose I want to view the requirements of this hospital. Let's say I want to view the requirements of this hospital. Here I can see that its requirements are 12 and 10. Now suppose I want to view requirements of this hospital. I will click on view info, and here I will get its requirement as 10 and 11. And suppose I am able to supply the requirements of this hospital. Suppose I want to place an order for, I want to book order. I want to book order, that is I want to supply the material to this Holy Family Hospital. So what I will do is I will simply click on this supply. So this will book the order and generate a receipt for me. So here you can see that the receipt is generated with my name. So this is my enterprise name. These are my details, and this is the receipt generated for the items of the hospital. And after this we can integrate the payment page into this as well. So this was the demonstration of our project. Thank you so much. Thank you for patiently watching the video. Thank you so much.